for coming today. Today we'll be talking about why Apple Music should be free with the purchase of an Apple iPhone. In this speech, we'll discuss the potential of having Apple Music for free and how this would affect the company of Apple and how it would affect its low customers. When was the last time you plopped in your earbuds, your Beats, or even your earbuds and listened to some type of music on your phone? Whether you were cutting the grass, doing the dishes, just doing stuff around the house, doing some busy work. I know for me, I'm going to be doing homework with music. I'm going to be listening in the car to music. I'm hooking up my Bluetooth to listen to music, and most of that is off my phone, as is probably similar to you guys. That's not really the point of this speech, but I just want to kind of get you geared into the fact that we're going to be talking about music today and what it would be like to have free music. I feel as if Apple Music does not offer a free service with the purchase of an Apple product, while other competitors do, and I see this as a problem. Apple Music cannot keep up with the main competitor, Spotify. As you can see, Spotify's slope is here, and Apple Music's slope is here. And the numbers on that is, in December of 2018, Apple had 56 million subscribers, while in February 2019, Spotify had 96 million subscribers. This is according to Gartenberg. Despite Apple having all of these products, being the #1 selling product in America, as far as phones go, Apple cannot overtake Spotify for some reason. To further my evidence that Spotify is the leading provider, this green bar is actually Spotify, while this gray bar down here is Apple Music, which is most comparable to like an Amazon Music or other providers. Despite Apple Music having more paying subscribers though, Spotify still leads in total subscribers there because of its free tier. Now let's talk a little bit about the financials. Apple Music does make $6.7 billion off of Apple Music, but this is a small margin compared to their other business assets. Some of these assets include Apple Books, Apple Care, Siri, Maps, free iCloud, Apple Pay, and these are all bringing in revenue that is similar or a little bit more than Apple Music. Apple's App Store, which is one of the biggest revenue bringing in business segments, made roughly $142 billion in 2018, which is significantly more than Apple Music. As you can see, Apple has made great strides with these services, but Apple products have plateaued as far as phones and iPads and the actual solid product. Could music be the gateway to bringing Apple's product sales back up? As you can see here, these are the Apple iPhone sales through the years. This is 2017, 2018, and this is 2019, which you can see is a significant drop. So we're going to look today to see maybe if Apple Music could be the promotion to get Apple's products back up. So Apple needs to provide a free service of Apple Music either as a tier system or as a whole, and this would be eligible for newly bought iPhones. The promotion would not apply to existing customers. What I mean by a tier system is that you would provide a free version of the app, kind of like Spotify, so that it gets people's foot in the door so they can be Apple product likers, so that they can have more products being bought by customers. Apple needs to use Apple Music as a platform to get more people to buy Apple products. What better incentive than to make it free? Michael Simon, who is a journalist familiar with this topic, says it's not about chasing Spotify, it's more about chasing music lovers and turning them into Apple fans. With Apple Music being worth $6.7 billion a year and Apple's net worth being right around $1.3 trillion a year, it doesn't seem like a huge promotional risk to go ahead and make Apple Music free. And again, we're going to talk a little bit about the numbers. With the average cost of an iPhone being around $800, Apple would have to sell 8,375,000 phones to reach $6.7 billion range. This would make up for the sales of Apple Music. With Apple already having 100 million users, adding roughly 8 million more does not seem like a really tall task to me. Apple would have to increase their sales by 8%. seems like a risk that they should be willing to take. So I guess the question would be, how can we assume that Apple will sell enough phones to cover the cost of Apple Music subscription, which is worth $6.7 billion? Step one, there is a need for change because of these plateauing numbers. With the sales of Apple iPhones dropping or even plateauing, Apple needs to create a compelling promotion, a promotional sale to bring sales back up. Point number two, with music streaming services being about 79% of all music revenue in 2019, Apple Music streaming could be the promotion Apple is looking for. As you can see here, streaming services are taking over the whole music industry. So if Apple Music can be used to bring in more Apple customers, they could get more products sold, bringing the revenue up. There's been a monumental increase of streaming subscriptions since 2016, with a 25% increase happening from 2018 to 2019. So this number right here increased from 2018 to 2019 by 25%. That's huge. Now, Spotify provides us with a perfect example of how a free tier can significantly increase the subscriber use. Spotify has a total of 217 million active subscribers and 124 million paying subscribers. That means that there are 93 million free subscribers. Sorry, they have increased this on an average of 32% per year. Now, Apple Music only has 60 million paying subscribers. I think that a free tier could be the reason that people are deciding to go with Spotify. They get familiar with the app, they decide they like it a little bit better over Apple Music because their foot's already in the door. And then this is why Apple Music, and I think this is why Apple Music should start their free tier or just make it free in general, because of the cost of their company versus the cost of Apple Music bringing in revenue. It could get more music lovers to be Apple fans, which is the whole goal of this. Now that we've seen the possibilities, let's take a look at what this would look like. Imagine having free music on your phone. Just imagine having that. I think that would be pretty awesome. So I guess the question would be, what can we really do to get Apple to consider this? Well, we're pretty low on the totem pole right now, so I'd say the things we can do is email, tweet, call, just get social media involved, talk to coworkers. The only thing is to just get buzz going, because we have no really say. We're not a part of Apple or anything, so at this level, that's all we can really do. So in this speech, we discussed the possibility of having free music like Apple Music and being able to have that for free with the purchase of an Apple iPhone. So what are we waiting for? Don't we all just want to jam out for free? It starts with you. Have Apple take this leap of faith. Thank you for listening to my speech. I hope that you take this into consideration.